Mojojo show, where JoJo is going to help you put the mojo back into your relationship. Here's your host, JoJo T. Williams.
Yo, what is going on, family? This is your boy, JoJo T. Williams, back again on the Mojojo show. Welcome. Glad you could come. Glad you can make it. Today, hopefully, I'll bring some more information to you that might find useful in your relationships with yourself and other people. And today's topic is communication with yourself and other people. Now, we all find different ways of communicating with other people, or we may be struggling to communicate with ourselves or other people. Hopefully, the show can bring some tips and maybe some enlightenment to better your relationships. So, we'll start off with the topic of various types of communication. Well, you're thinking, well, duh, I already know there's, various types of communication. Be more specific, JoJo. Oh, okay. So when you break it down, there's only two types of communication from my perspective. There's only visual and audio. And if you break those even further down, you can see that you can go into different areas. So you can see there's like maybe drawing, that's visual again. Or you could take it through mental communication. Again, that's like still audio because you're talking to yourself. Or you could be talking out loud. Again, that's audio. And then you could do mental communication when you're mentally communicating with yourself internally or somebody else if you have those type of abilities. Again, that's still audio. So even with the sense of nonverbals, again, you're using visual. So in my opinion, when you break it down, there's only two types: visual, audio, and then everything else kind of branches off into their own little areas. So you're thinking, okay, well, how does that help me? Well, okay. So let me get to the next topic that's very important. So effective communication with yourself and others. So how you present the information, how you communicate the information, and how you execute the information to give to somebody is very critical. So there are 5 steps, in my opinion, in order to do this effectively. So visualize yourself or that person that you're trying to communicate with. If you can get a good visualization of it, then you can understand a good picture of it, right? So understand the visualization, understand, what it is that you're, picturing, get a good sense of yourself or the person you're trying to communicate with. Easy enough, right? Now, the next thing is know your intent. If you are just communicating to talk or communicate and you have no purpose or no intent, then you will quickly lose your audience if you don't have an intent. That's just like me going to the gym without a purpose. Why am I here at the gym for? Oh, am I here to lift weights or look good, or I just come here to chat and just lollygag? It's simple stuff like that. Or I can't even take it back. Like, why'd I wake up out of bed again? Is it because I have to go to work, or is it because I just want to sleep? Waste my life away. So it's just those type of questions that you have to ask yourself, and there's many more questions you need to ask yourself, is knowing the intent. So like, for example, you're having a relationship issue with maybe a spouse, boyfriend, or, whatever, girlfriend. I mean, you need to visualize the person that you're trying to communicate the problem, and then you need to know the intent. So why is it that you want to communicate to them an issue, problem, or a concern to them? Because if you don't know what it is you're trying to communicate to them, then they're like, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Either break it down or tell me your purpose. Basically, know your intent, know your mission, know your purpose of why you're communicating. Third step, list out the points to discuss. Again, whether you do this mentally or on paper or through your smartphone or through your computer or through a PowerPoint, list out the discussion points. That helps you it keeps you on track, it keeps the discussion on track, and make sure that it ensures you that, okay, I made sure to hit this topic that I want to talk about. Like, look, you talking to me crazy and I don't like it, and also you disrespecting me in front of my friends, and or you know what, you're not nice to my parents like I thought you would be. I mean, just various topics, or you're not cleaning up around the house, or you're not picking up after yourself, or you're lazy. I mean, you need to list out the points that you want to discuss. So, just like I said, it keeps you on track. That's just like a good example is like some people need a groceries list, right? You have in your mind, you visualize that, okay, I got to go to the grocery store. And then you're like, okay, I know my intent. I got to go to the grocery store because I'm running out of food. And then you list out, okay, this is what I need at the grocery store. It's the same concept, but you just apply it in communication. Fourth point, best way of presenting the information. All right. So you've gone through the steps. Now it's finding out the best way to present the information. Now this one, very, 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 very crucial. You remember how I talked about the two forms of basic communication is audio and visual, right? And then it spurts off into different areas, right, of communication. So when you know your audience or you know the person that you're trying to talk to, so say I'll give an example of myself. I know that I need to talk to myself mentally, so audio, in order for me to, get across the point of what I'm trying to do to myself. But if I just show pictures with no audio, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching, or I don't know what the intent is, or that won't be communicating effectively to myself. But if I'm sitting here talking to myself like, yo, okay, we got to do this, and, I didn't like how this went, but maybe we can improve this. I'm talking my way through this, and that's what works for me, right? But that same approach probably won't work for somebody else, or may not. But that's what I mean by finding the best way of presenting the information or the points that you're trying to communicate. So, for example, say if you and your spouse, or you and your boyfriend or girlfriend, are having difficulties understanding one another because you think maybe somebody is too lazy, or you may think somebody's not listening to you, right? So how do you present that in a way where they get it? Well, okay.